you are having a great time. Thank you for joining me. And it's time for another ASMR experience. Imagine you are dreaming of being stuck inside an elevator. A long time ago, I had a crazy, terrifying dream that I end up being stuck inside an elevator where I felt really claustrophobic. I will make you imagine through my perspective this dream that I had of being stuck inside, with a bit of a twist, as if you're the one dreaming. So let's begin. Your dream starts, your dream begins. You happen to go inside a building. You do not know the building. You don't know if the building is a hotel where you can sleep for a vacation or just an ordinary apartment. It has lots of floors. So that means for sure there is an elevator somewhere, because it would be cruel to have a building with a lot of floors without elevators, because that would be crazy to make you exercise through the stairs. You don't really know the layout of this building or even the surrounding environment of where this building is even located. You just know the building itself. All you know is that there is this elevator you are about to go to, that you're about to enter. So you randomly walk into the elevator. The elevator. In front of you is two big metal doors of the elevator. As you see them slide open. So the elevator opens and you walk into that. You walk through the metal doorway passageway, and as you enter the elevator is small. It is small, which already feels like you are inside a big container, or like a tiny room or some sort. How to explain that? The walls around the elevator inside are all black. Even the corners are all black. Even the corners and the walls, they have no pattern, they have no texture. Just black, okay? Just black. Though the ceiling may have some lights, you don't know for sure. You don't remember if the ceiling has lights, as you don't have to pay attention. That's not the main part of this dream. So let's assume that there are a few lights on the ceiling. So the 5 seconds pass. And the doors start to close in. And as the doors close and they finish closing, the doors give you a blurry reflection of yourself. So like as the door closes and you look into that, you can see the blurry reflection of your body. As if you see picture that is very low quality of yourself. As you are inside with the doors closed, you have a feeling of being claustrophobic. It starts to set in. You can feel your hair start to stand up a bit. You have gotten an instinct that you will be stuck for some reason. Here are some mouth sounds for your ASMR tingles. ASMR tingles. I'm rubbing this cup on my face, making some noises like that. Okay. So you have this strange feeling of being claustrophobic, and you start to have a weirder feeling. Okay. So in your dream self, you always had a fear of being stuck, especially in closed spaces. You don't even remember how many floors this building has. 3 floors, definitely not 3, but 10 floors, you don't know, or 24 floors, or 69 floors, or 120 floors. You don't know exactly, but you know that it has a lot of floors. My nose is starting to get really itchy because of allergies. There's a lot of pollen outside, okay? So, you don't even know if you want to go up or go down. You just decide to go inside this elevator for some odd reason. And you just decide to do that. You want to travel some floors in your mind. As you remain in there, the feeling gets weirder. You get this strange feeling, not only the feeling of claustrophobia, but you suddenly have a bad feeling of being inside this elevator. You realize that this is not a typical elevator that you always go to in real life. Because the first thing that you notice is that you don't see a panel with all of the buttons that you push. So you notice that there is no panel with all the floor buttons that you should press to navigate through the floors. And there's not even an open or close button, or even a bell button to ask for help or set an alarm or something. I still don't even know how the bell button works in real life. Fun fact. However, in your mind, you can control the opening and the closing of the doors. So in your dream self, if you were inside this elevator, you can control the door opening and closing through your head. Like if you want to open a door, you can use your mind to open and close as well. This adds reason to why you are unsure of what floor you want to navigate to, because you happen to not notice that there were any buttons at all. Okay? So maybe this is also why you get this weird feeling of claustrophobia in the first place. I'm gonna make some more mouse sounds with my magnifying glass. Okay. Alright. Let's continue on with your dream. A few moments later, you feel this elevator start to go up. So you are unsure if it was your decision to go up But this elevator suddenly starts going up. Maybe let's assume that your mind decides to let this elevator go up. So you start to go up. You start to go up floors, floor by floor. At one point, you want to get out of this elevator. Maybe you reach the floor that you want to, or maybe you just want to get the hell out of there. So you tried to get out of the elevator, but unfortunately, the doors won't open. Your hands start to sweat. Closed. It became closed, but did not open. Your hands, you're feeling the sweat in your hands right now in your dream. Out of nowhere, your fears of claustrophobia came true. It's realized, and you become extremely afraid. Now, you find yourself in this claustrophobic situation, and you are stuck. You are stuck in this elevator. You're now in this situation that you cannot get out, and you feel like you're trapped because the doors would not open, no matter how hard you try thinking to decide to open it, getting your mind to open to these doors, because to recall, you have to use your mind to open the doors, but in this situation, they do not seem to open. Okay. You are stuck in this elevator, and you try to ask for help. No one comes. You cannot even notify anyone, as there are not any buttons. There are no buttons. No open close button, and no bell button. You tried to bang the walls. All of the 4 black walls, but did not signal anyone. You tried so hard, bang the doors, try to pry it open, but to no avail. No one shows up to help you. No one seems to come to help you, as if no one hears you. So after a minute or so, you feel like the walls are starting to close in on you. You do not know why, but you suddenly get this feeling, and that you think that the elevator is start to close on in you, the walls closing in on itself. You then reassured that your mind is just playing tricks on you and that it's just an illusion. But unfortunately, your feeling of being stuck gets worse and worse since you cannot get out. You feel a lot more sweat in your hands, in your face, and maybe even a drop of sweat going into your eye. Moments pass, and your feelings are valid. It's not an illusion, you realize. And you quickly realize that you see the walls. The walls are now closing faster. They're slowly coming toward you, like actually coming toward you. Closing in all 4 directions. You see that this elevator is slowly shrinking inside of you. At one point, the ceiling above you becomes low enough to touch your head, and you happen to sit on the floor of the elevator. Okay. And as you are inside, you see that the elevator keeps going smaller. It shrinks. It keeps shrinking. It keeps shrinking smaller and 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 smaller. It keeps getting smaller and smaller until it feels like the size of a box. Like it went from a 3 by 3 meter wide elevator to a small box. A really small box where you can only sit in a crouched position and your head is almost touching the ceiling. That's how small the elevator got. Like the elevator seems to be turning into a box for some reason. You couldn't even stand up. That's how small it is. It feels that you are locked inside this box, a cage, but the only difference is with solid black walls and a door in which, to no avail, you seem to not be able to open the elevator door. Just how you would imagine how small the door would be with an elevator this ridiculously small of this size at this point, and no buttons to press to get out. You feel doomed and screwed. You don't really remember this part, but somehow you decide to ask for help. In a dire move to ask for help. It's like you are trying your best to get heard of your location, to hopefully get someone to help you, to be able to survive in this situation. At some point, after screaming for help in your mind, you hear something from outside, that help is on your way. You hear that from someone, that help is on your way. So, in your mind, you feel a bit relieved that someone's going to come and save you and end this ordeal. Of this maybe an hour ordeal, you don't know the time frame, but let's say around there. So a few moments pass and you seem to be waiting for that help that you are requesting. That you are really, you can't wait anymore. You ask for help and just hope for a rescue. So in this time span of your dream, you wait a few more moments and suddenly you feel that the air inside this box start to feel very thin. You can feel that the air is going thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. Maybe it's probably the air inside that's getting replaced by CO2 because you are breathing inside this box, and as you breathe, you start to breathe in more and more carbon dioxide. Just a reference of the cellular respiration where your air turns into carbon dioxide, a gas of mixture of carbon dioxide. You take in oxygen, you spit out, you breathe out carbon dioxide. You breathe in oxygen, you breathe out oxygen and CO2. It feels at this point that you are starting to suffocate inside this box. And you start to think that you are doomed, There is no way of getting out of this box elevator. And you start to think that you're going to be down for and that you will be stuck here forever to your impending doom. It is one of the worst experiences you would imagine having. And then you're waiting for it. You keep waiting for the moment to ask for help. Just moment that you just keep dreading for the moment that either help will come or you would be doomed. Then, all of a sheer sudden, out of the blue, you suddenly wake up. you don't know what else happens in your dream body, the body that you are inside in that dream, but you suddenly wake up. So your dream ends, and as you wake up, you only realize that it is just a dream. A truly terrifying dream. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this imagination experience, and I wanted to make you experience my dream of being stuck inside an elevator, of course, with your ASMR tingles. This is based off an old ASMR video, and fun fact, coincidentally, this video, the old video that I made before, is exactly 4 years old in the time I recorded this. So I recorded that video on May 18th, 2020, and I recorded this one, the one right now, on May 18th, 2024. So exactly 4 years ago in part. And I did not even check. I didn't even check the upload date of my old video. I just happened to try to share this exact dream, and it happens to be that. So that's it, guys. If you are new to this channel, I make ASMR formatted videos like this one. I make videos from coding videos to fact-telling videos to explaining X, Y, Z of the backrooms, as well as maybe dream videos like this one. So, stay tuned for the next video, and I will see you next time.